wiped the sweat from my brow, the back of my gloved hand damp with more than just water from the hose. The sun beat down on my little patch of paradise like a furnace turned on full blast. The digital thermometer on the porch blinked a cruel 112 degrees, but I wasn't about to let a bit of heat stop me. My name's Barbara Kerner, 72 years young, widow of 10 years, and proud owner of the most colorful front yard on Golden Palms Avenue. When I moved here 20 years ago, this yard was nothing but dirt and rocks, a plain patch of desert that blended into all the rest. I promised myself then that I'd turn it into something special, a little oasis in this arid land. Today, like most days, I started just after dawn. By the time the mailman passed at 10, I'd already pruned my rose bushes, watered my barrel cacti, and deadheaded the zinnias. Now at noon, I stood in the shade of my ocotillo tree, admiring the way the orange blossoms reached for the sky like flames. The heat shimmered off the street, but my yard was alive. Desert marigolds bright as sunshine, red yucca sending up their stalks, and little lizards darting between the rocks. My hummingbird feeders swung gently in the breeze, if you could call the faintest stir of air a breeze, and a tiny green-throated visitor zipped in for a drink. "Hello there, sweetheart," I murmured, watching the bird's wings blur. The neighbor boy Mikey rode by on his bike, his cheeks flushed from the heat. He slowed down when he saw me. "Mrs. Kerner, how do you stand it out here?" I smiled, leaning on my rake. "It's my garden, Mikey. Would you leave your video games out in the rain?" He grinned and pedaled off. The truth was, tending my yard kept me going. Every plant, every stone placed just so reminded me of Joe, my late husband, who used to joke that I'd turn the whole desert green if I could. I can still hear him laughing on days like this. I stepped carefully between the aloe and the agave, checking on the drip lines I'd installed myself last summer. The water trickled out slow and steady, just enough to keep the roots cool. I knelt beside a pot of succulents and brushed away some fallen petals. My knees protested, but I ignored them. A pickup drove past, the driver giving a friendly wave. That's the thing about desert hot springs. We all know what it's like to battle the sun, and we respect anyone who does. Finally, I set down my tools and sat on the porch steps with a glass of iced tea. The yard glowed in the afternoon light, every bloom and thorn a testament to years of love and care. Out here in my little front yard oasis, I didn't feel the heat anymore. I felt at home.